Hello, and welcome to the first edition of Once Upon a Time, What Happened Next. This week we're going to talk about the three little pigs and what happened after the big bad wolf had been. They all woke up in the third little pig's brick house. Distraught that their homes had been ruined, the first two pigs did the decent thing and rang their home insurers. The first little pig, whose house had been built of straw, had decided to buy a very cheap policy online, and he struggled to find a number to speak to someone at his insurance company. He did manage to find an online claims portal, and when he completed his details, the claims portal told him that he wasn't insured because he hadn't selected the optional big bad wolf cover, so therefore wouldn't be getting any money to help him rebuild his house. The second little pig, whose house had been built of sticks, had bought their insurance from a shop when they were buying their groceries. They rang their insurer, and the nice lady on the phone explained that they weren't covered either, because on page 46, subsection 3, paragraph 2, part 1, it quite clearly said that if you were building your own home, then the policy wasn't valid. This made the third little pig worried. She wanted to make sure that her brick house was properly insured, even though the big bad wolf hadn't been able to blow it down. She'd insured through her local broker, so she rang her broker and asked. She explained what happened to the first two little pigs, and her broker was able to tell her that she'd been fully covered because, being a local broker, he knew all about the big bad wolf, so always made sure his policies covered against the big bad wolf. He also remembered that when he spoke to her, she explained that she was building her own home as a self-build, so made sure that the policy he arranged covered self-build homes. So he was able to explain all of this to the third little pig and comfort her that if the big bad wolf had succeeded in destroying her home, she would have been fully covered. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, with insurance, you get what you pay for. You can have a really, really cheap policy, but it might not actually do what you think it's going to do if you ever have to make a claim. Whereas if you buy a policy that might be a little bit more expensive, but through a broker who's a professional in arranging insurance contracts and knows what they're doing, you've got the best chance of making sure that when the chips are down and you actually need that policy to pay out, it will be able to. So bear that in mind when you're thinking about the insurance that you're going to buy to protect the thing you love and where you're going to buy it from. Thanks very much.